Hello everyone, you're welcome again to my YouTube channel. This is Akin Gabriel, Chief Engineer on board a dive support vessel. Here we're going to be talking about everything: sailors, seafarers, mariners, colors, whatever it is, and the marine industry as a whole, with everything that is associated with it. Alright, thank you for liking, for subscribing, for watching, for sharing. Thank you so much, we appreciate you. Alright, today we're going to be talking about something that is on the lips of almost everyone that I've met. All right, you're wondering why I'm actually dressed like this, right? Well, that's because it's relevant to the topic of today, and it is safety. Let's get to business. Safety. Almost everybody that I've met, both sailors or non-sailors, they had that question: safety. There's so many what ifs. What if this happened? Or what if that happened? What if this happened? What if that happened? Well, yes, we are aware of all the what ifs, and even much more than you guys don't know. But the truth of the matter is that every seafarer, has the culture of safety in them. When you go on board a vessel, the first thing that you're actually meant to understand, even before getting on board the vessel, is safety. So the culture of safety is in every seafarer. I'm going to generalize it by saying that every seafarer that actually went to school, you went through all the proper trainings, there is no how that you will go on board without a culture of safety. So much so that when I get into a room for the first time, and I think I speak for many seafarers, the first thing that they are looking out for is the emergency exit in case anything goes wrong. It's because it's not just a culture anymore, it's become a lifestyle. And I say that, seafarers are actually safer or they practice safety than people on land. No shades, okay? This is no shades. I'm just speaking based on experience, because the safety is a lifestyle for seafarers. All right. Now, another thing I want you all to know is that, when people ask, what if the ship capsizes? Oh, what happens? But first things first, the trainings that you get is actually to prevent the ship from capsizing, because the ship will not just wake up and capsize. So why do you go through all those trainings, courses and so on, if it's not to prevent accidents? You have to learn how to balance the ship. You have to learn how to, prevent, say there is an ingression from somewhere, there's a hole somewhere, you have to spot it, and then you have to attend to it immediately. You have alarms that will alert you if something is going wrong, and then you have your engineers to go there and solve the problem ASAP before it becomes a bigger issue. First and foremost, you understand the prevention of those accidents, which is also under safety, right? If anything is about to go wrong, there's what we call predictive. You try to get it sorted and then prevent it, so you won't have to do corrective. Oh, fire can happen at any time. Yes, but are you contributing to that risk, or you're actually eliminating everything that is a potential hazard? All right. So those are the things that we are familiar with. We get trained on this every now and then, so that we don't get to find ourselves in that situation where we fight these things like fire or vessel capsizing or whatever it is. And then I say, finally, for every risk, there is a management for it. Be it oil spillage, water ingression, flooding, be it fire, whatever it is, whatever risk you can think of, there is a management for it. That's why you go to school. That's why you go to get all those courses done. That's why you practice. And then you have what we call drills. We actually carry out drills every week on board the ship. Different drills. You have to simulate scenarios so that people are familiar with these things if eventually it happens. So we get now to your what if. But the major thing is you actually don't even let the situation get to a what if. All right, you're conscious of everything that is going on in your environment around you. Things like don't smoke in your cabins, don't do this, don't do that. So you know all of these things. Now you don't just know them, it has now become a lifestyle that if you see it outside, you react to it immediately, like, no, this something is not right. I got to do something about this before it gets, safety is so much of a lifestyle that, let's say, for example, all right, you're going to see my background for the first time now. All right, so let's say this thing, I walk into this room and I find this thing somewhere here. All right, because of the safety in me, I will not let it be. I'm going to move it away from here. Even though, it doesn't look like there's anything wrong with it, right? It doesn't look like it's out of place. But because of the safety that I am used to, maybe it's because vessels rock and all of that, but it actually has the potential of falling off, right? Somebody can knock the table and then that goes off and it can actually land on your feet. So the safety is a lifestyle of seafarers that actually undergo trainings in school, trainings outside of school, and so on and so forth, because safety is paramount to everybody. But you as a seafarer, but you that is even visiting us on the ship, we are concerned for your safety, and we are also concerned for the safety of the equipment on the ship and the vessel as a whole. Fear not, because we actually entertain no fear. This is a life that we live, and we are aware that, okay, first things first, there should be no what if. Put everything in place, run every machinery as it should be operated with all safety precautions adhered to, so there will be no accidents. All right, and then when I come to your what if this accident now finally occurs, or if it actually occurs due to one reason or another, for unforeseen circumstances or whatever it is, then there's a management for it. We have the last resort, which is abandoned ships. All right, and of course you're not just going to jump overboard when you're trying to abandon a ship. It's the master's call, the captain's call, and all whatnot. But there are also procedures. So you see that safety doesn't just end at the end of the ship. Even when you're going to the last resort, which is abandoning the ship, there's still safety procedures to follow. Now, even when you are out of the ship and maybe you're floating in your PFDs, or now say in a life raft, you still have safety procedures to follow until the end. So, ladies and gentlemen, all right, take your trainings very seriously. Take your drills very, very, very seriously. There are vessels where they ignore that when an accident occurs, they find it difficult to, manage the situation. I'm going to be talking about, some of my experiences, and I'm going to tell stories, because I believe, telling stories, painting real life scenarios will actually help people to understand what we're talking about properly, and the reality of it, the reality of these things that we're talking about. I'm going to be telling some of them. I've had situations of fire before, I've had situations of, flooding before, and so on and so forth. I'm going to be telling the stories in the course of our videos. So that's why you shouldn't miss any of our videos, because it's going to be loaded. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching until the end. Please share, subscribe, turn on the notification button, because we'll be churning out videos all the time. Until next time, bon voyage.